If Frank Lampard loves the club the way he says he does, he quits today. He packs up his things, gets out. Go home, do not come back to Stamford Bridge as a gaffer ever again. 12 shots against Wolves, 18 shots against Real Madrid. What's coming up? Add another 6, come on. You guessed it. 24 shots Brighton had today. We have holograms in defence. We have no tactical setup. Brighton win 2-1 at Stamford Bridge. They pop us off the ground like as if we weren't even there. You can tell I'm angry. I told myself today, I'm not going to be frustrated. I just want the boys to put in some effort, some vibes, something for me to get on the edge of my seat. Bruv, I was applauding Brighton's play today. They have me sitting there applauding Brighton's play. People are going to blame Joao Felix for the goal that they scored to win the game. On what grounds do you have the right to blame Joao Felix? He literally has no options on the ball. We have no system. Welcome to Chatting Breeze. We are going to break this game from head to toe. Normally I say the good, the bad and the downright ugly. But what good was there in this game? Well, I've got 3. But realistically speaking, what positives do we have to take away from this game? This season is a slow and painful death for every single Chelsea fan. Every single game gets worse and worse. Honestly, I thought Wolves was the worst performance of the season. This tops it. This was humiliating. This was a bunch of individuals that came to Stamford Bridge and popped us off the ground like we weren't even there. Let's get into it. We're going to start with the ugly and we're going to break this down methodically, but before we do, I want you lot all to hit the like button right now. It takes a lot of commitment to come out here, make a video, edit it, and deliver you guys some logic after that pathetic performance. I'm very angry right now. So please, support the channel, subscribe to the channel, but let's get on with the ugly, right? Because it needs to be spoken about. The reality is Frank Lampard's clueless. This is a typical trademark of a Frank Lampard setup. You're looking at what we have at our hands, right? We're looking at the assets he's got at his disposal, and you compare him to other managers that have come in and improved their side. Let's talk about it from a low-level standpoint, okay? Number 1, Wolves, Lopetegui. They're no longer in the bottom 3. Number 2, Unai Emery, Villa. No, all of a sudden, competing for Champions League spots. Number 3, Crystal Palace, Roy Hodgson. All of a sudden, not in danger, have scored 9 goals in 3 games. We've scored 1 goal in 3 games with Frank Lampard. We're not creating chances. We've not got a setup. We've got holograms in defense. And I am going to tell you guys this right now. I'm not blaming the individual players. I will not be blaming all these players on an individual basis as if they're all rubbish and they're never going to be good. Because we saw this last time. And then Tuchel came in and we had a resurgence like nothing before. We literally looked complete. The same players that were rubbish became good. And why? Because they were set up, they were given instructions, and more importantly, they were given an opportunity to prove themselves in an organized fashion. This is Vibes FC. This is Sunday League. This is the boys gave it everything. I don't want to see that in my team. Now let's get into what's going on. Why did this happen today? Number 1, we've got no tactical setup. So teams can take shots at us with the most ease ever. Players don't know where they're meant to be when they don't have the ball. There is no organizational structure, and it was evident from the outset. Brighton got 24 shots in the full game. In the first half, the first 10 minutes, they could have been 3-0 up. There was a cross where McAllister missed it. There was a run from Matoma. He cuts it back, absolutely beautifully cuts it back. McAllister misses it. And then there was one where Evan Ferguson just turns around, nobody within 10 yards of him, pops it, hits the crossbar and comes out. Guys, this is tactical. This isn't individuals being poor. It's very easy to blame individuals in this situation. He's crap, she's crap, he's crap, she's crap, he's crap. No, you can't be doing that, because the reality is if you put them in any other team, they're actually good players. And this is a fact. In Potter's team, we were missing chances and losing games because we were missing chances. We're not even missing chances anymore. We're not creating opportunities. Let's talk about the ball. When we're on the ball, what happens? We have no shape. We have no structure. What happens is every single time we get the ball, we get choreographed into where we're going to go. So it happens where we play it out the back, it goes to the fullback, and then Brighton enable us to pass it to Enzo. Enzo gets it, Enzo looks up. There is no one in front of him within 30 yards. You've got Gallagher pushing all the way up. You've got Raheem Sterling trying to look for space. You've got Mikhailo Mudryk touching the pylon. It's too far. Everyone's distant. And then he gets choreographed where he has to pass. And everything's rush, turnover. Because it needs to be pinpoint accuracy. The difference between us and other good teams, they have multiple people in close proximity, and then they can play out the back. There's some chemistry. There's some audacity. Oh my God, imagine completing 5 passes in a row. We would have an applause at Stamford Bridge. Yet we don't have that every single time. And now I'm going to talk about the last thing that is in the ugly category. This blame culture at this club has to go away, because individuals get pinpointed on a weekly basis, right? The first goal was Ben Chilwell's fault. Let's not beat around the bush, right? Ben Chilwell did not come out, did not close up the cross. Beautiful cross. All of a sudden, Fofana and Chalobah get stuck in between. Welbeck gets a good goal. Boom, 1-1, right? But they deserved the goal anyway. The goal was coming. So I don't want to be too harsh on Ben Chilwell. Like, I don't want to be. He's hung out to dry. But yet, people are going to be harsh on Joao Felix. People are going to blame Felix for the goal that we conceded. And let's talk about why the goal we conceded. Well, Reece James gets the ball, gives it to Joao. Joao is running. He's got 4 men around him. 4 men around him. Literally, they are orbiting him like he is going to get attacked. They've got a pack of hyenas around him. He's looking up. Who do I give the ball to? There is no one within 50 yards of him to the way he's facing or to the side. The only way he could most probably find a teammate is if he spins on the ball into traffic or kicks it out play. Yet, he loses the ball. The ball goes to Reece. He's exhausted from having to carry the ball. The ball goes to the defender. 1-1-1. Bang, top corner. Literally within 2 passes in the top corner, Joao Felix gets the blame as per usual. We shouldn't sign him. Shut your mouths, bruv. We shouldn't sign him. Did you see what we saw in the first half? He is exactly the profile of players we need to be signing. We need some quality on this pitch. This is beyond disgusting. This blame culture of every player needs to stop. Today's goals were not individual mistakes. Today's goals were tactical deficiencies of the gaffer. And when we fix that, these players will be better. Now we need to get into the bad. And the bad is going to annoy a few people because, like I said, we're not blaming individuals. We're talking about the game. I can't blame Fofana, Ben Chilwell, and Badiashile today. Because everyone that watches this game, if this is the first time they've watched it, they're going to say, you know what? These men are crap. They shouldn't be playing for Chelsea. These lot aren't actually competent footballers. Because Matoma had Fofana and Badiashile on skates. He was literally going slip and slide on the ball. And they couldn't handle him. Every single time that he got the ball in and around them, he was jinkity around every single one of them. McAllister, same story. Evan Ferguson, same story. My man was moving around like this Shakira with his hips not lying. Literally, it was beyond embarrassing in that first half. But I've seen this formula before. I've seen Rudiger and Christensen both be called rubbish. And you know what? I was one of them. I was like, these lot aren't good enough for this club. What's going on? Bruv, it's not the club. It's not the club. It's the structure they're in. They're left exploited. Tomori was the same. People always called out Tomori. I never did. I liked Tomori. And they always blamed Tomori for the way that we played football. They always said, Tomori needs to do better. He's not Chelsea quality. Tomori needs to do better. He's not Chelsea quality. And why? Why was he not Chelsea quality? Because he was consistently asked to do a job of a pro, like the best of the best. Cannavaro couldn't do the job that we're asking our centre-backs to do. Van Dijk couldn't, John Terry couldn't, Ferdinand couldn't. You're exposing them one-on-one consistently with runners either side of them. No one tracking, no protection. Badiashile looks bad. Fofana looks bad. Ben Chilwell looks exhausted. Most probably that's why Ben Chilwell didn't come out and block that cross. How much can you keep doing this? Honestly, think about it logically, guys. Don't be emotional about it. Think about it from a standpoint where these players are consistently in a predicament where they are left to make decisions for themselves. Every single attack is life or death. There is no automatism. There's no method of play. They're exposed. And then we need to talk about the players that we can see aren't good enough. And you know what? A lot of you are going to say, Alex, how can you say Conor Gallagher's not good enough? Conor Gallagher is out of his depth. Conor Gallagher plays because he runs. Conor Gallagher is only a footballer at Chelsea because he came through the academy, and now we've got a gaffer that actually likes his attitude. He plays based on attitude. He plays based on commitment, and he plays based on the fact that he came through the graduate. If he didn't, he would have never, we wouldn't even be talking about him right now. He would be a Lee Cattermole level player. Trevor Chalobah today highlighted to me why he has to move on as well. I feel really bad calling out these players, you know, but I've seen this many times in different systems under Tuchel, Potter. These players just aren't up to par. And the quicker we move off of them, the better. Kepa's another one, but Kepa had a good game today. Nata, now the other bad and the final bad that I'm going to moan about. Why am I seeing Christian Pulisic, Ziyech, Chalobah, Gallagher, all on? Why are we seeing this? We know they're leaving. Where is Noni Madueke? Where is Carney Chukwuemeka? Where are the players that we are going to build our system around in the coming years, that you've invested big boy money into? You invested 16 million into Carney Chukwuemeka. You invested, I think it was close to 24 million into Noni Madueke. Yet you're bringing on Hakim Ziyech. You're bringing on Hakim Ziyech when who is going to be leaving the club. You are giving a start to Christian Pulisic, who you know is going to be leaving the club. I've got nothing against these players. I'm not even blaming these players for the defeat today. This is poor squad management. This is poor, like, I can't even articulate my point in a concise manner right now because I'm so flustered and I'm so frustrated. I wasn't meant to be annoyed today. The Celtics are in the playoffs today. I'm going to enjoy a sport for once. I can't enjoy football at the moment. What is going on? But you know what? I'm a positive guy, guys. No wonder I'm so positive at this moment in time. I've got 3 positives for you guys today. Number 1, Mikhailo Mudryk actually looked like a competent footballer. Imagine, Mikhailo Mudryk gets some game time, and he gets some space, and he gets some confidence in himself, and he gets to run at players, and all of a sudden, Mikhailo Mudryk looks like a good footballer. Who would have thought? Give him some game time, and you might see something positive. Mikhailo done well today. The assist for him today was very good. Connor, yes, he got a deflected goal. Yes, it's one of those things that we were very fortunate to score. But Mikhailo, all in all, was very good. Good running with the ball. He's really exemplified how quick he is. What we're going to see, especially against teams where they kind of push up against us, you know, give us, like, we don't give us respect and we hit them on the break. Then there was a good opportunity for him in the first half. In the second half, when Reece James took a shot, came back to him, he took a shot, and Sanchez saved it. We actually used him to the best of his abilities. A decent little interaction with Mason Mount, one-on-one pass. Yet, that's what we have. Kepa today, Kepa, applause. Kepa kept us in the game. I don't think I can count how many saves Kepa made today. Like, genuinely, off the top of my head, I don't even have it in my notes right there. But I remember the chance from Ferguson. I remember the chance from Welbeck. I remember the chance from McAllister. I remember the chance from Matoma. I remember the chance from the kid that scored. I remember multiple saves in the second half. Honestly, Kepa Arrizabalaga was perfect today. People are going to blame him for the long shot. Oh, surprise, surprise, Kepa concedes another long shot. But I'm sorry, if you're blaming Kepa for today, you have got an agenda. You can't blame Kepa for today. Kepa was actually phenomenal today. Like, all in all, Kepa deserves a pay rise based off his performance today. Just for this 1 week, he deserves a pay rise. And the final positive, another game down, game 31, 7 games left. 7 more fixtures to ruin your moods, guys. Don't worry, and then we get a competent coach. Thank God Frank Lampard will not be getting this job on a permanent basis, because I don't think I could take it. I think I would quit YouTubing. I genuinely would, because there's no way I could keep putting myself through this stress of having to watch these games and then getting in front of a camera and communicating my thoughts and opining on the performance. I can't do that. I'm so sorry. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. You think I'm joking, right? But I'm dead serious. If Frank loves the club the way he says he does, he quits today. Because that was gross misconduct at its finest. Peace out. I'm out. See you tomorrow.